Queen's Way 1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. So I'm hoping we're going to have a wonderful show today. But before I sort of wait for our callers to come in, we're going to have 2 callers phone in, which is going to be wonderful. But before we do that, I thought I would have a little spiritual talk, as usual. And today I was thinking about the light. And so we've all heard about being in the light, or people might say love and light, and things like that. But the light is when we think of darkness and when we think of light, the darkness is effectively who we are, and if we are operating in a negative way, or in a with some of the negative energies like jealousy and hatred and bitterness and all those sort of things that we don't want to be, but that brings sort of darkness to our soul. But if we act in love and sort of help other people and support our friends and our colleagues and just sort of be a good person, then that is operating in the light. And so the energy for your soul will be very different. And I think that, it must be difficult if you are operating in darkness or in negativity to live in that negativity, because it's like it will be all around you, and that will be the energy that you're having to deal with. But if you are operating in the light, then life is just very different for you. You won't have the same sort of feelings around you. And I think that there's been many messages throughout many religions about walking in the light. I know sort of with Christianity and sort of Buddhism and Islam and Judaism, they all talk about sort of walking in the light. And I think that is a key thing to sort of how to be in our lives. I think it's just so important, because if you walk, I was just thinking about it. It just came to me just now, actually. That if you're actually, being loving and good in your life, and then therefore you create this energy around you, and an energy which is part of you, which is light. And then, I think it's like a self-propelling sort of situation, because I think that will actually make you feel happier, because you will be effectively in the light, and lighter as an energy. And I think that can be, a wonderful thing to experience in life, or be in life. And, another thing that I think is a key thing for being in the light is actually sort of, being considerate to people and loving people and caring for people. And I think if we do that, then we can only enhance ourselves in such a wonderful way. It's so sort of, I just think it's so important. Now, I know that we're going to be having some callers calling in, and I believe that we have Alicia in Bay City, Michigan, waiting. Are you there, Alicia?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about the delay. Anyway, I am a medium, so I can connect to loved ones or give you guidance from my guides. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
I guess I'm new to this. I don't. I kind of need like a guidance, And
where would you like me to focus?
What's that?
Where would you like me to focus?
I'm going through some relationship issues. I kind of just need to know, I guess, what my future is looking like with my son's dad and I.
Right. Okay. And the relationship is with your son's dad. Is that right? Just so that I'm focusing in on the right person. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. The first thing that I'm picking up is that um, that I'm sort of being given this sort of up and down sort of feeling with the relationship. I feel that it's sort of that it is sort of up and down a little bit, and I'm being told that um, it's almost as though the two of you have changed since the time when you first met, and you want different things out of life, and you're looking to um, different ways of doing things, and I'm being told that you're very different from each other. Does that make sense to you?
I'm having a really hard time hearing.
I Well, what I'll do is I'll just tell you what I'm picking up, and you'll maybe you could look over the show when it's done. So I what I'm picking up is that there is a real sort of difference in the two of you. That there has been a lot of changes as I I feel like you're very different, and I feel also with you is that you've grown up. There's been a huge sort of level of growing up with you, and the other thing that I'm really sort of picking up with you is that I feel that you're frustrated with your life, and I feel that you have found yourself in a situation that you're not sort of happy, and I don't mean it's not just the relationship. I feel that it's sort of your surrounding circumstances, and you feel that it's almost like a lot of those circumstances have been beyond your control, and I feel that there is some resentment towards the father of your child, and I'm being told that it's more. There's a real dissatisfaction from you more than anything, rather than from your partner, because I feel like with him there is a real sort of selfishness, and I feel that he's sort of almost like I want to stick my fingers in my ear and go tra la 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 la. I can't hear you, and I just feel like he's not listening or not acknowledging that there is a problem. I get the feeling that your son has a good relationship with his dad, but I feel that you see him as being irresponsible, and not sort of looking after him properly. So it's almost as though you don't trust him as well to sort of do the right thing, and I feel also that there's a real sort of immaturity with your partner, that he is not sort of acknowledging his responsibilities, and I think that's been a real source of frustration for you.
Yeah.
But I do feel that what I'm being told is that almost like you've got a choice here. And I think it's really important that listeners really understand this, that we do have free will in our lives, and you have a choice here. And I'm being told that because I feel there's something about you that you would like to go and have a bit of a career and a bit of a life outside of being a mum, and I feel that that's part of your frustration. And I feel that if you were to sort of make the decision where you wanted to sort of go your separate ways, then I do feel that you would end up being more career-minded and sort of taken that sort of path. And I actually think that you'd be very good at it, because I feel that you've got sharp business acumen. You're intelligent, and you're very capable, you know, putting, you know, doing things. And I feel that, you know, and I think that's because of that part of your personality. I think that's partly why you're so frustrated with your life. But I feel that if you decide to stick at the relationship, I feel that it will be a number of years before your partner, husband, or whatever he is, catches up with you. Because I feel that it's going to take some time for him to catch up and actually be on a level pegging with you emotionally, and maturely as well. And I think that is really sort of, you know, the main problem that you've got with him. Now, if you do stay with that relationship, you will find that as time goes by, you will be in a position to embark on a career, but it will end up being later on in life. And I feel that I just feel that you're going to have many years of frustration. And I feel also there's a part of you that feels guilty because you don't want to rock the boat, because from your son's point of view. And I just get this feeling that you're in your head, you're going round and round and round in circles, not knowing what to do or how to deal with it. Did you hear all that?
Yeah.
Or some of it?
Yes, I did hear some of it. Am I able to ask a question?
Sure. I've only got 8 minutes left, but because I've got another caller waiting. So just one quick question.
Do you see me and my son's father getting back together?
What, getting back together with the father?
Yeah.
I feel that decision is I get the feeling with that decision is more with you, because he doesn't really understand what's happened and why this is a problem. And I feel that he's feeling sort of emotionally hurt or feeling like you're not being fair to him. But I feel that with you, you know, he's not really appreciating where you're at life. And I just feel like you're coming at it from different points of view. But I'm going to have to leave it there because I have got another caller waiting and I've only got a few minutes left. But thank you so much for ringing in, and I hope that helps. Now we've got, thank you. And so I think that really what's so important is to remember that whenever you're speaking to a psychic, you do have this free will. But once you're on the path, then you're on the path, and so they can be, so from a point of view of predictions, that you can get those predictions and can be led towards what the outcome will be. But if you're at a crossroads where it's ready for you to make a choice, then that is where it's not so easy to predict. And I think that just think that so many people don't really fully understand that about the spirit world, because this is a gift to us, having free will. It is an absolute gift. And I spoke at the beginning of the show, talking about being in the light and how we have a choice to be in the light, or whether we have a choice to be in the darkness, and how it can be so much more beneficial to you to be in the light, because of that energy that will be around you. And I feel that if you've got this positive, loving energy around you, then one of the, I'm sure you've all heard this expression, but like attracts like. And you will attract people of a similar ilk, of similar sort of loving nature. Hopefully. But it's also, I do feel that one of the other things is that we do meet people for a reason as well. And again, our free will comes in as to whether we want to embrace that person and be with that person. So I think there are many reasons as to why, what can happen and whether it's determined by the spirit world or by ourselves. So I think that when moving forward in life, if you all look at your lives perhaps sort of 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, we all change as the decades go by. I think that our life never stays the same. We will always be, things will always change. Things will, it will be different. And I think that that's part of our growth, because ultimately that's why we're here. We're here to sort of, learn our lessons and be different in a different person from the person that came to the spirit world. But I thank you all for listening. And if you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook. Gail Moffat is my name. And also my website is gailmoffat.com. So thank you for listening, and thank you very much. Goodbye.